What's up, you fellow humans? I got my little dude in the back and we're getting ready to drop off. We have both been up since around 4:30 a.m. this morning, having to take my wife to work because it's a short day. Hudson has swimming lessons later this afternoon. We have doctor's appointments. If I didn't have these, then you'd be clearly able to see the bags underneath my eyes. And I gotta tell you that no amount of coffee today is going to do me any justice, but I'll still bust out another vlog, so let's do it. This one is on how to overcome fear and become fearless. That is some cool art from a 20-month-old. Check that out. Isn't that cool? What's up, guys? Ivan Temelkov here. This is Vlogmas episode 7. I have to apologize because no matter where I go in my house, the lighting is absolutely terrible. There is not a single spot in my house where the lighting is decent. Hence why you are seeing these stripes on my face, which are coming off the blinds that are adjacent to me right here. So I really apologize for the lighting. But with that being said, let's dive into today's episode. Do you have fear? What is your biggest fear? Fear is a false hype created as a false perception correlated to pain. When we hear about the word fear, the immediate, instant correlation that would create is pain, emotional and physical. Let me share a story with you guys. When I first moved to the United States about 24 years ago now, at the age of 13, I knew I was different. I was an immigrant. I was an Eastern European. I was that kid with long hair and glasses who was considered to be a misfit and otherwise was not accepted by the kids. I wasn't cool. I wasn't hip enough. And therefore I had created fear, emotional and physical, unnecessary misconception, and thinking that I simply wasn't good enough and therefore I was incapable. It was that fear and that emotional and physical pain that I had implanted in my mind as a fictitious imagination, thinking that I was incapable of progress, incapable of being the person that I was meant to be. Studies have shown that human capabilities, mental and physical, are far greater than any amount of fear that we can ever implant in our minds. It is fear that tends to hold us back as human beings from accomplishing the things that matter to us most, taking action against our goals, visions, dreams, because of the association of emotional and physical pain that we implant in our minds as a result of fear. Fear is such a commonly referred to term that is in fact quite comedic. Most fear attribution is a result of contemplated, spontaneous negative thoughts that we tend to implant in our mind. For instance, having the fear of success, wealth, or even the ability to start a business. As human beings, we always associate fear with pain, and therefore that is prohibitive of our potential and our progress. It makes us think that we are incapable of doing something. Most of the fear factors that we tend to believe are a byproduct of poor mind management. That's right, guys. We tend to implant these fictitious imaginations in our brains that ultimately prohibit us from thinking and prohibit us from fulfilling the things that we are striving for. Fear is not correlation to pain, yet it is very commonly misconstrued in such fashion. Typically, fear is attributed to some kind of emotional or physical pain. So many people therefore use the word fear as an excuse to convey across their inability to accomplish something, when in fact you should not be using fear as an excuse. So how do you overcome fear? Overcoming fear entails in gaining a proper understanding of the task at hand, developing competency around a foreign area. How will you be successful? How can you develop the path to success? What will the path to success look like? How will you build a happier life? What are the changes that you're going to make to be happier in life, to feel more fulfilled? You get the point. Competency, guys, is the key to overcoming fear. Now, when we think about fear, there are 3 different types of pain that we typically associate with fear. The first one is referred to as loss pain. Now, a loss pain is typically attributed to the loss of a job, the loss of kids, the loss of your 401k, or even starting a business and being afraid that you might lose everything as a result of starting a business. One of the most common loss of pain attributions is starting a business. When you start a business, a lot of things tend to change. You lose your paycheck, you lose that stability, that security that you may have developed, and a lot of people are uncomfortable in doing that because we are so used to living in our comfort zone. And anytime we do anything that makes us feel uncomfortable, it creates discomfort. You have to shift your mindset in order to overcome that misconception that you have created, that fictitious imagination of a potential lost pain. Because in changing your mindset and psychology will help you think more positively. Now, the second type of pain that we typically associate with fear is what's referred to as process pain. Now, process pain has anything to do with when a process that we're so used to has changed, or we develop a new process. For instance, starting a business entails in developing a new process, changing your life, changing your daily routine. And that is something that can be foreign to a lot of people and create a lot of discomfort. As a result, we attribute that to fear. We attribute that to what's referred to as process pain because it's something that we are unused to. Change is progress, and therefore, in order to escape any process pain that is attributed to fear, or we tend to attribute to fear, it's important to shift your mindset in order to progress. Now, the third type of pain that we commonly attribute to fear is what's called outcome pain. What if you lose everything? What if you start a business and you completely fail? Fail to earn more money? What if the other side of the fence is not any better than the side that you're on? Instead of thinking this way, you need to focus on being more positive, developing competency around this type of pain, outcome pain that is typically attributed to fear, because we constantly fear the outcome that we might achieve as a result of shifting our mindset or doing something different than otherwise would give us a sense of discomfort. The more frequently your mind and body are reminded of loss pain, process pain, and outcome pain, you will continue to operate under such mindset. Changing your perspective around this will attribute to change, to progress, the ability to fulfill your dreams, your visions, your goals without having the constant emotional and physical pain, but very commonly emotional pain, in implanting a fictitious imagination in your mind that dictates your inability to accomplish something. Guys, I hope you truly enjoyed this episode on how to overcome fear, how to become fearless by developing competency around whatever it is that you're doing. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. That way you won't miss a beat of future videos. Share your comments in the section below. I would greatly appreciate it, especially if you have different perspective on fear and becoming fearless. Once again, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the holiday season. Take care of each other. Look out after each other. Be human. Bye-bye.